What's good, Cubers? It's your boy Matt, and I'm back today with a video by request. Shout out to my man Maximilian, who wanted to know what new cube staples there are and what we should be looking at to upgrade our cubes over time. I know I did a video a little while ago on cards that maybe we should stop playing or think about redoing or pulling out of our cubes. So Max wanted us to take a look at some newer cards that maybe we should be playing in our cubes, or cards that have become cube staples that we need to make sure we're looking at and thinking about. So I'm going to break this video up into two parts, and I've even highlighted my pick for the must include out of each group. Let's get started. Okay, so I've broken these cards up by color, and I've only gone back so far as Innistrad block because I didn't want to go too far back. I wanted to keep the cards relatively new. So these are our first three picks. Selfless Spirit is a great aggressive flying 2-drop. It's evasive, and you can sack it to give your creatures indestructible and save them all from that super dangerous board wipe. So this is a great card for white aggro decks. They can protect their little creatures, and the Spirit is still statted aggressively with flying, so it's definitely worth playing if you haven't. Thraben Inspector is a really nice 1-drop because he enters with value, which helps him pass the Vindicate test. Nothing like cracking a clue and drawing a card when you're starting to run out of gas. Now, I will openly admit that the Skymarcher Aspirant is not amazing, but if you're still playing Savannah Lions, or if you're still playing Izamaru Hound of Khanda, the Skymarcher Aspirant is just a straight upgrade. Yeah, she's just a 2-1, but there is the possibility that she ascends and flies, which does give her some late game play. She's not an amazing 1-drop, but like I said, if you're playing those other two vanillas, it's time to upgrade. Speaking of 1-drops, let me introduce you to a 1-drop you can believe in, the Dauntless Bodyguard. Maybe one of the best cube cards to come out of Dominaria. When he enters the battlefield, you can pick another creature, and then you can sack the bodyguard to protect that creature. So you could play him on turn 1 and swing in and have that aggressive turn, but he's even got value late game. You can play him on turn 5 or 6 and protect your Baneslayer Angel, or provide protection to that big aggressive 4-drop, maybe the Hero of Bladehold, something like that. So Dauntless Bodyguard, a 1-drop with a whole lot of upside. You should be playing this card. Furthermore, you should probably be playing Cast Out. Maybe not if your cube is smaller or tighter, or you feel like you have enough white removal, but the ability to play Cast Out at instant speed and take any non-land permanent until Cast Out leaves the battlefield is just so strong. Furthermore, if you're in a dead match and your opponent doesn't have permanents that you want to get rid of, or it's early game and you really need to find that land, you can always cycle Cast Out away, which is really strong as well. So Cast Out is a really good card that you might be sleeping on. Take a look at it, play Cast Out, see what you think about it. But let's move on to my number 1 pick, the white card you should be playing. She's the best, Angel of Invention. I want you to think about what this means. The white 5-drop slot is super crowded, and I still think you should be playing Angel of Invention. Flying, Vigilance, Lifelink, making tokens, and buffing your whole board, every deck wants this card. Control decks could use her as a finisher. Token decks, oh my gosh, token decks are so happy to draw this card. Angel of Invention is just so good and so strong. If you're not playing this card, you need to run out and get a copy. Kaladesh is rotated, it's not seeing a lot of Commander play, the card is reasonably priced. Go scoop up a copy of Angel of Invention. Now, blue has not seen the same influx of cards that white has, and part of that is just because blue is such a busted color anyway. It's hard for new stuff to break in when the old stuff is just so strong. But I do have 3 choices for you. Take a look at these guys. I think they're awesome. Brawl, Chief of Compliance. Oh my gosh, this card is bananas. Drawing cards when you counter spells makes him strong for control decks, and he discounts all your instants and sorceries, which makes him strong for Spells Matters deck. And that 1/3 body might seem irrelevant, but think about how many 2-power creatures there are in Cube, and Brawl blocks them. Brawl is sneaky good. Don't sleep on that card. Brawl is really good. Torrential Gearhulk, that card was a mammoth in Standard, and he is a mammoth in Cube. You need to be playing the Gearhulk. Flashing this guy down to block and eat a creature while recasting Doomblade out of your graveyard is just a blowout. Torrential Gearhulk is so good. It's time for Frost Titan to go. He wasn't that good anyway. Pull him out, put Torrential Gearhulk in. This card is great. And while both of these cards are really good, my pick for the best new blue staple is Charter Course. Charter Course is so strong. I know it's sorcery speed and you're going to hate on me for it, but drawing 2 cards and then discarding's actually not that bad in Cube. There's a ton of stuff we want to just toss into our graveyard anyway. So it works for control decks. They can throw something in their graveyard with flashback and not really lose any tempo, or toss that land that they don't need. It's great for tempo decks because they're going to be swinging in, which means it's basically a 2-mana draw 2, which is insane when you think about it. It's almost Ancestral Recall, for goodness sakes. Charter Course is so good. I think it's one of the best blue draw spells printed in a long time. You need to be playing Charter Course. The last color we're going to look at today is black. And again, black is a pretty stacked color, so they didn't get a whole lot the way white did, but I got 3 choices for you, and they're all solid. Number 1 is the Ravenous Chupacabra. If you are playing Necrotal in your cube, he comes out and the Chupacabra comes in. It's just a straight upgrade. I don't know why more people aren't playing this card in their cube. The card is insane. Come down, kill anything. Like I said, if you're playing Necrotal, it's time to make the swap because the card is just straight up better. Dread Wanderer is a great 1-drop from Amonkhet. Card is really good, comes in tapped, which sucks, it doesn't have haste, but you can recur him out of your yard, which can give you value and feeds value to other decks like Aristocrat decks and things that want to recur creatures out of the yard. Furthermore, if you're supporting any kind of black aggro strategy in your cube, Dread Wanderer is just an auto-include. You just gotta play him. But my pick for the best black cube staple, guys, it's gotta be Fatal Push. 1 black, destroy target creature if it has a converted mana cost 2 or less, or you can revolt, destroy that creature if it has a converted mana cost of 4 or less instead if a permanent you control left the battlefield. This is just the best black removal spell printed in a really, really long time. And for 1 mana! 1 mana! Do you know how many bananas 2-drops there are in Cube? And you block, you lose a permanent, you crack a fetch land, and you can remove something that costs 4. Fatal Push is insane, and if you are not playing Fatal Push, I don't know what to do for you. That card is amazing. Seriously, why are you still sitting there? Get up. Get up. Go get that old box of Aether Revolt that you stashed in the cabinet somewhere, pull it out, find Fatal Push, put it in your cube. Card is awesome. You're welcome. Life advice. You're welcome. Play Fatal Push. Okay. That's going to do it for today, Cubers. We really appreciate you tuning in. We're going to do part 2 next week, so be sure to tune in for that. We'll cover the rest of the colors, the multicolor, the colorless, all of that. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It makes a big difference, and you don't want to miss that next video. You don't want to miss Matt's picks. Press the like button. Press it. Press it. Lastly, what cards do you think have become staples? Is there anything that you think I've missed? Do you think that I've got any of this wrong? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, until next time, shuffle up and keep cubing, my friends.